I was surprised. When my wife admitted she wanted an open marriage, I was shocked. She came with her AP and showed me a contract, expecting me to accept this nonsense. I quickly planned my revenge, and here's what happened next. I got home after a long day at work, hoping for a quiet evening. As soon as I entered the living room, I sensed something was wrong. My wife, Lisa, sat on the couch with a smug, excited look. A man I didn't recognize stood next to her, lean and confident, grinning as if he owned the place. A stack of papers sat on the coffee table between them. "Welcome home, honey," Lisa said sweetly, as if everything was fine. I didn't sit or take off my coat. I had a feeling I wouldn't be here for long. Lisa grabbed the papers and smiled. "Let's talk about something exciting." I looked at her, then at the arrogant stranger. "Who is this?" I asked, my voice icy. She smiled bigger. "Ethan here. He's going to be part of our marriage now." I held my breath. I thought I heard wrong. Lisa pushed the papers to me. "It's a contract for an open marriage. I've signed my part. Just agree, and we'll all be happy." Ethan laughed. He actually laughed. He said, "You're a reasonable man. This is a great deal for everyone." I clenched my fists tightly, my nails digging into my palms. Lisa continued to talk. "I get it, this is a lot, but you've been really predictable lately. I want excitement and adventure. What about Ethan? He gives me that. I don't want to leave you. I want to maintain what we have and explore more." I reviewed the contract. It was thorough and detailed, not something she did quickly. "You set this up," I said softly. "How long?" Lisa paused. A moment of guilt. She shrugged. "A couple of months. That was it. My wife cheated on me for months, and instead of leaving, she wanted me to accept it." Ethan leaned back as if he had already won. "What do you think?" "Sign it, and we all benefit." I breathed out slowly. I smiled. "Okay," I said. "I need time to review it. We'll talk about it tomorrow." Lisa smiled brightly. Ethan grinned. They thought I was thinking about it. They were unaware of what was about to happen. I wasn't thinking about discussing anything then. I planned their downfall. I grabbed the contract and walked out of the living room in silence. Lisa and Ethan likely believed I needed time to think about their awful proposal. They didn't know what I was really thinking. I locked myself in my home office, sat at my desk, and looked at the contract. My hands shook, not from sadness, but from intense rage. My wife planned this for months, bringing another man into our home, expecting me to accept it. I wasn't going to accept it. I was going to take them out. Step 1, gather information. I dug for 2 hours. If Lisa cheated on me for months, I needed to find out how deep this betrayal was. I began with her phone. Lisa was careless. She saw me as a fool, easy to read, and weak. That mistake would cost her everything. I used the password she gave me months ago to access her cloud backups when she asked me to fix her email. In minutes, I was looking at months of texts, call logs, and photos. Lisa and Ethan's messages were gross. They made fun of me, saying I was boring and clueless. Ethan bragged about using my house, my bed, and eating my food while I worked to support them. I clenched my jaw until it hurt. Each word strengthened my determination. I found something better. Ethan's info, his surname, his job, his social media accounts. I began to dig. Step 2, identify weaknesses. Ethan wasn't as smooth as he believed. His LinkedIn stated he was a sales manager at a big company, a solid job with a strict morality clause in the contract. If I could prove he was having an affair, especially with a married woman, he could be fired. Great. Next came Lisa. She didn't have a prenup. Most of our house, cars, and assets were in my name. If I filed for divorce, she would lose more than just me. She'd lose everything she has. I wasn't done yet. I had to humiliate them first. Step 3, the bait. The next morning, I played my part well. I came down for breakfast, feeling tired and distant. Lisa smiled like she was doing me a favor by inviting another man into our marriage. I slid the contract to her. "I'll sign," I said flatly. "Only if." Lisa's eyes sparkled. "Sure, what do you need? Let's have one final romantic evening. Just the two of us, without any distractions." She paused. Ethan wasn't included in the plan. "It's like saying goodbye to our old marriage," I said, trying to smile. Lisa purchased it. She didn't know I was planning this. Lisa readily agreed to our last romantic evening. She believed she had already won. She saw me as just another weak husband, trying to accept sharing my wife. She had no idea I was about to change everything for her. I took the day off work that morning to record the evidence and visit a private investigator. a PI who specializes in marital cases and legal surveillance. I paid more for a faster report. He quickly got photos of Lisa and Ethan entering a hotel together. I gave her phone records to her. I told him to get me everything. Texts, call logs, photos, emails, anything that shows she's cheating. By evening, I had everything I needed. Clear evidence of her cheating. It was time for my next move. Step 2. Eliminate Ethan. I called Ethan's company's HR department discreetly. I acted as an anonymous tipster, sharing screenshots of his texts and hotel photos. His firm enforced a strict no-scandal policy for managers. If this leaked, he was finished. I looked further. Ethan has a girlfriend. A fiancée. Jessica was her name. Great. I sent her screenshots of the messages between Lisa and Ethan, with personal details removed. A quick note. It's important to know the truth before making a big mistake. I sat back and waited for the fireworks. Step 3. The setup. Our romantic night had arrived. Lisa was unaware of what was about to happen. I booked a nice restaurant for dinner, a place Lisa loved that needed reservations weeks ahead. She dressed up, believing it was her last night as my wife before starting her new life with Ethan. I did my part well. I was loving, friendly, and sentimental. I listened as she shared her vision for the future. She didn't know this was the last night she'd feel at ease with me. I left for the bathroom during dinner. I set everything in motion then. I sent the evidence to Lisa's family, her family, and close friends. Her job, through an anonymous tip email. A group chat with her, Ethan, and Ethan's angry fiancée. I walked back to the table, sat down, and waited. Lisa's phone buzzed multiple times. Her smile faded. She grabbed her phone and stopped. I silently watched her scroll through the messages. Her face went pale. Her hands shook. Her phone rang. Her mother. On the other hand, her manager. She stared at me, eyes wide with fear. What did you do? She hesitated. I leaned back, sipped my wine, and smiled. I signed it. Lisa opened her mouth, but no words came out. She was aware. She lost it all. Lisa sat still, her phone shaking in her hands as notifications filled her screen. Her world was falling apart. Her eyes scanned the messages. Angry texts from her family, upset voicemails from her boss, and a call from Ethan's fiancée, Jessica. She looked up at me, her face pale. You sent this to my job? What about my family? I leaned back and swirled my wine glass. What is it? I thought you wanted a straightforward, honest relationship. I made sure everyone knew. She opened her mouth. No words came out. Her phone rang again. She answered this time. Mom, I need to talk. A loud scream interrupted her. I could hear her mother yelling from across the table. What's wrong with you, Lisa? An open marriage? Are you cheating on your husband with that guy? Lisa pulled the phone from her ear, grimacing. I smiled smugly. She tried to reply, but her mother kept talking. Your dad is really angry. He says you can't come to our house. Do you know what you've done? You've embarrassed this family. I sipped my drink, enjoying the chaos. Lisa's hands trembled as she ended the call. She was breathing quickly and in a panic. She looked at me with desperation. We can fix this. I nearly laughed. Can you fix this? I said it again. Lisa, you brought your boyfriend over and gave me a contract to sign. You ended our marriage the moment you decided I wasn't enough. She fought back tears. I love you. I was just. I raised my hand. Stop. Her lips shook. I leaned in. I'll be clear. I'm finished with you. I filed for divorce this morning. No, you're not getting any money. She looked up. What is it? I smiled. Did you not read the contract closely? Got it. I've signed it. You violated our marital agreement by admitting to cheating. Do you know what the prenup says about infidelity? Her face went pale. Everything was coming together for her now. I stood up, took out an envelope, and dropped it in front of her. A copy of the divorce papers and a letter from my lawyer are inside. You'll receive service by the end of the week. Lisa struggled to breathe. I didn't mean for this to happen. I meant every word, I said, interrupting her. Now you have to deal with the consequences. Her phone rang again. She paused, then answered slowly. Ethan was the one. I heard screaming from the speaker. What did you do, Lisa? Jessica broke up with me. My job is at risk, and my inbox is flooded with screenshots. You ruined my life. Lisa held back a cry. Please, Ethan. We're finished, he said. Don't even think about coming to me. I want to stay away from you. Tap. The call dropped. Lisa looked at her phone, stunned. He's gone. I leaned in, looking her in the eyes. You gave up your marriage, family, and reputation for someone who left you in under a minute. I put on my coat and headed out. Before I left, I said one last thing. Hey, Lisa. She looked up, her eyes red with regret. Have fun in your open relationship. I walked out and didn't look back. Lisa sat at the dining table, her face in her hands. Everything she built, her marriage, her affair, her reputation, was in ruins. Her phone was on the table, dead. No calls, no texts, nothing. The front door opened then. I did it. She flinched, her eyes wide. What are you doing here? I placed a folder on the table, wrapping up what I began. Her hands shook as she reached for it. The finalized divorce papers were inside. She inhaled sharply. This was quick. I smiled. I confirmed it. She scanned the papers quickly and then froze. Her voice broke. The house and the accounts. Am I getting nothing? I crossed my arms. Got it. She began to hyperventilate. This isn't fair. I was simply. I never thought. I moved closer. Right. You didn't think it through. She sobbed, gripping my sleeve tightly. Don't do this. I'll take care of it all. I will. I backed off. Lisa, I have a quick question for you. She sniffed. What is it? I turned my head. If I had signed that contract and agreed to the open marriage, would you have ever stopped? She opened her mouth. Nothing was said. What about the silence? That's all I needed. I started to leave, but before I got to the door, I looked back one last time. Bye, Lisa. I walked out. This time, for real. Epilogue half a year later. Lisa was missing. Her life fell apart. What about her family? Did they sever connections? What about her friends? Did they pull away? Ethan? He tried to start over, but the scandal was always there. What does she do? She got fired the following week. What about me? I've moved on. Joyful, resilient, and liberated. The best revenge is simple. It's about living well. Was the revenge justified, or did it go too far? Share your thoughts in the comments. We want your opinion. Your support matters. Thanks for being part of our community.